I was betrayed by my supposed best friend and lured to northern Myanmar, but I unexpectedly discovered the boss here was actually my girlfriend. At first, she treated me diligently and obediently. Yet in the end, I was just like a dog locked in an iron cage. I tried every way to escape, but the result was still a failed escape and being tortured to death. When I opened my eyes again, I had actually been reborn back to the first day I stepped into this area. I've arrived at the company, confirmed the money is here. I looked up at this familiar high wall, this familiar area and the familiar people in front of me. Everything is too familiar, watching the large gate slowly open. I tried my best to suppress the urge to run away. Just like before, it was at this moment I realized I had been deceived by the boss. Seeing the large gate open, I rushed out headlong, and the result was I was caught. The boss immediately slapped me a few times. Then he ordered people to drag me to the water dungeon, submerged for 3 days and 3 nights, just as I was in despair. A clear electronic sound suddenly echoed in my ear. Host, please don't be afraid. The system will advance and retreat with you. Please accept the beginner's gift package. Just as I was preparing to accept it, the boss suddenly yanked my shoulder. Hurry up, don't dawdle. I'm telling you. Once you're in the company, you have to be obedient. Do what the boss tells you to do. At this time, I still didn't dare to defy the boss. I could only pretend to nod obediently, while the boss was enthusiastically introducing the company. I pretended to listen attentively, while probing in my heart. Receive the beginner's gift package. Gifts the host with contact information for influential global organizations. A phone book is given to the host. Mastery of over 7,000 world languages. Given to the host, superhuman physique and top-tier combat skills. Gifts the host a super-concentrated version DVD. Such generous rewards. Host, are you happy? Are you excited? What's first if you're happy? You said you were a generous system, why no money? At this moment, I only need money. As long as there's money, only then can I survive in this damn place. However, the system said, I am a generous system. But I'm not one to spend money recklessly. Money must be earned by yourself. But you can rest assured, with this super invincible generous system here, you can earn as much money as you want. Hearing it say that, I finally felt at ease. I have to earn money. I need to get revenge. Those who harmed me before, I want them to face a tragic end. First up is the boss. Very quickly, I was taken to the office. Amazing, brought in another new commodity this time. This is the team leader for customer service, Duk Chu. Even if he transformed, I'd still recognize him. The client I worked for caused his downfall. It wasn't for a lack of sales figures that he beat me up countless times. I won't let this client off the hook easily this time. Hey kid, are you looking at me like you want to eat me alive? Duk Chu reached out to grab me. I instinctively grabbed his hand. With just a little bit of force, he cried out in pain. Blood gushed from his hand. My bones are about to break. Duk Chu raised his hand to hit me. I quickly put my hands up. Pretending to be scared, I hid behind Bat Chu. Your physical condition is also too poor. My brother just lightly held your hand. Is it really that bad? Your brother is no ordinary guy. His strength. He could carry a whole bull with one hand. Alright, stop rambling. Process him. Put him in the aquarium room. The moment I heard aquarium room, a nightmare from my past life flashed back vividly. That place is a guaranteed death sentence. Those who entered after being drained of their strength, their final destination was hell. I'm not going to the aquarium room. I want to go to customer service. Thin Lamb, are you crazy? I'm the manager of the aquarium room. If you follow me, I can protect you. I traveled all this way to make a lot of money. I heard customer service is where the most money is made. I want to go to customer service. When the client heard I wanted to go to customer service, he immediately dragged me off to get the paperwork done. He even kept praising me for my foresight and ambition. In reality, I knew all his calculations. While doing the paperwork, I was forced to sign a contract selling myself. The phone on me, my ID card and passport were all confiscated. Bat Chu stood beside me, sneering. Don't come crying to me for help when that time comes. He turned and walked away. Looks like no one's going to protect you anymore. Haha. The group leader acts arrogant. Get on your knees and lick my shoes clean. Then I'll forgive your earlier disrespect. Don't talk nonsense. Quickly give me a computer. I want to start making money. The reason I'm in such a hurry is because the system just got an urgent notification. A massive order worth 10 billion has been detected. Damn it, you dare to interrupt me. Has our group sales quota for this month been met? There's still a week left, and this month will end. If the sales quota isn't met, we'll be punished. The group leader glares at me. Looking at him, I know. His sales quota definitely hasn't been met yet. I don't have time to waste with you right now. Hurry up. I want to make money. I need to start working immediately. Seeing how enthusiastic I am, he doesn't make it difficult for me anymore. He leads me toward the office. In the office, everyone is working intensely. Their legs are shackled to their desks. I walk to my workstation, looking at the phone number displayed on the system screen. The system reminds the host. This is the number for the Yamaguchi-gumi executive in Japan. He urgently needs a shipment of weapons. As soon as I make the call, the hints I provide can secure this 10 billion yen. I take a deep breath and start dialing the number on the screen. Very quickly, the call connects. A middle-aged man's voice comes through the phone. The next second, the system screen displays hints. I hurriedly follow the instructions, speaking fluently in Japanese with him. The people around me immediately look at me in astonishment. Only the group leader, even angrier, walks over. You. If you screw up this order for me. The group leader is startled by me. To the main hall. Then, I continue speaking with the person on the other end. Fortunately, everything goes smoothly. The executive and I have a very pleasant conversation. And I've sent over the bank account number. The next second, my computer screen displays. That bank account has received 10 billion yen. The boss, Duk Chu, glared at the computer screen. He was so agitated he had to cover his mouth with his hand. Seeing me hang up, he couldn't hold back any longer. 10 billion. You actually made 10 billion. Everyone present was stunned. Duk Chu was so excited he started dancing. It wasn't like that. That money was about to go into his pocket. This matter quickly caused a stir. Even the three top bosses from the rear. After waiting for half an hour, they rushed to the customer service department. When I saw the three top bosses from the rear, my pupils contracted. It's her again. The person I once trusted the most. Lam Neem Tuet, with her enchanting face and a smile on her lips. Her gaze at me was as calm as the surface of the water. As if she were looking at a stranger. I heard someone who just started working. Closed a deal worth 10 billion yen. Yes. President Lam, it's true. It's her, the newcomer named Thin Lam. So 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 the newcomer named Thin Lam. Yes. President Lam, it's true. It's her, the newcomer named Thin Lam. In my past life, she told me her name was Tutuvu, that she was an orphan with no one to rely on. During my most difficult times, she took me in. Gave me a job, gave me warmth. So even her name was a lie. Lam Neem Tuet walked up to me, looking down at me. A newcomer with some talent, I see. Do a good job. This place won't treat you badly. She turned to leave. I suddenly spoke. President Lam. I used to know a girl. She looked exactly like you. Her name was Tutuvu. Neem Tuet's footsteps stopped. The air seemed to freeze. She slowly turned her head. Her eyes flickered with an emotion I couldn't comprehend. She slowly turned her head back. A feeling I couldn't understand flickered in her eyes. She slowly turned her head back. A feeling I couldn't understand flickered in her eyes. There are many people alike in this world. Just do your job well. Don't overthink it. She was gone. But I knew. My words had planted a seed in her heart. To think she toyed with me like a dog. This ending. I want her to experience the feeling of being betrayed by the one she trusted most. Betrayed, trust. Detected host's emotional fluctuations. Friendly reminder. She slowly turned her head back. She slowly turned her head back. Friendly reminder. Your phone is still in that bag. System, aren't you a little perverted? Thank you for the compliment. I was assigned to an 8-person dormitory. Crowded, dark, and damp. There were even mold stains on the corner of the wall. All 5 roommates looked at him strangely. Me, the one who invited me, heard you made 10 billion today. Probably just bragging. Don't mind him. Lin is always showing off. We'll see who's crying in a few days. I'm not explaining. Go to your own bed. As soon as I lay down, I discovered 3 people in the dorm. They were moles planted by the area command, monitoring the newcomers. Host, please watch your words and actions. 3 people, 2 downstairs, 1 across the hall. I suggest the host use the contact function. Call the Myanmar Northern Army. I'm going to escape this entire area during the chaos. No, if I leave now, it'll be too easy for them. Everyone who ever wronged me will pay. I closed my eyes. Memories of my past life flooded back like a tide. The suffocating feeling of being trapped in a water prison. The pain I felt from the electric shocks. The humiliation of being thrown into a pigsty, fighting for scraps with the pigs. The humiliation of being thrown into a pigsty, fighting for scraps with pigs. This is the end. I want them to pay. Mr. Lowe, the narcotics office, right? I want to report a case. The next morning I just arrived at work. Mr. Duke rushed over. Lin, have some water. Any big orders today? Bring the guys along. I'm the boss. If I fail, won't you make me kneel and lick your boots? It's my fault I was blind. Lin, adults don't stoop to dealing with petty people. Looking at his face, I just felt disgusted. Before, he beat me, yelled at me, forced me to eat leftovers. Now he's wagging his tail like a dog. All right, give me a computer. I want to work. I opened the system. A new mission appeared on the screen. A new order has arrived. A group of people needs a shipment of weapons, worth 200 million. The important person is Sangit. That name sounds familiar. Familiar or not, don't worry about it. Just make the call. I took a deep breath. I dialed the number. This time I spoke fluently in English with the other party. Everyone around was stunned once again. What kind of monster is this guy? Half an hour later, 200 million was in the account. The entire office was buzzing. The entire office was buzzing. And for La, 200 million. Got it. Oh my god, but I knew. This is just the beginning. I will use this money, in this man-eating place, to build my own power. The 200 million order shook the entire area. In less than an hour, another mission appeared in the customer service department. Thin Lam paid me a visit. Her tone allowed no room for doubt. I followed her into the lavishly decorated office. She gestured for me to sit. Who are you, really? Everyone wants to make money. An ordinary person wouldn't speak 7 languages. They wouldn't be acquainted with the Yamaguchi-gumi, and certainly wouldn't do business with underground powers. Ms. Lam, your name isn't Tatuvu, is it? The air grew heavy once more. Neem Teet's expression shifted, becoming dangerous. What do you know? I know you visited China 3 years ago. I know you met a man named Thin Lam there. I know he considered you his savior. I know you eventually locked him in a pigsty. Lam Neem Teet suddenly stood up. Her face was pale. Who are you, really? Who I am isn't important. What's important is, Ms. Lam, I want to make a deal with you. Lam Neem Teet looked at me. Fear flickered in her eyes for the first time. What kind of deal? I want control of this territory. You're crazy, I'm not. I can increase this territory's revenue tenfold. I can turn politicians from every country into our clients. I can bring this territory from the shadows into the semi-public eye. In exchange, I want to be the one in charge. Why should I trust you? I pulled out my phone, opened the system screen. A list of phone numbers appeared. These are the personal numbers of magnates, the heads of underground organizations worldwide, including the one backing your territory. General Man Ong's number, Northern American Border Patrol, and Ma. Lam Neem Teet's face changed completely. General Man Ong is the true boss behind this. General Man Ong's number, Northern American Border Patrol, and Ma. Lam Neem Teet's face changed completely. General Man Ong is the true boss behind this territory. Very few people know this number. How did you get it, Mr. Lin? You just need to answer. Yes or no. Felt like a long silence. Finally, I spoke slowly. After speaking, I turned and left, leaving Lin Nianshi sitting stunned on the chair. The moment I stepped out of the office, the system popped up a notification. Host danger. But be careful. Lin Nianshi is not a spent candle. At night, I lay on the bed, recalling everything that happened today. Renshi's reaction told me. 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 Recalling everything that happened today. Renshi's reaction told me. He had started to suspect my identity. Hey, are you asleep? It's little Wang, who shares my bunk. A stream of tears. Not asleep. He was also tortured to death. Not asleep. What's wrong? This love. Truly. Not asleep yet. What's wrong? Are you okay? Someone's asking about you. People from security. They said you're too outstanding. They want to teach you a lesson. Security department, the scariest place in this area. They are only responsible for punishing disobedient employees. Their methods are extremely brutal. In my previous life, Security Chief Lee who personally threw me into a pigsty. In this life, he couldn't hold back so quickly. Thanks, little Wang, I know. Thin Lam, can you take me with you? I don't want to stay here. I want to go home. Seeing little Wang's pleading eyes, I once again relied on my past life self. Give. I'll get you out. But not now. The next day, as soon as I picked up my food and sat down, 5 lackeys surrounded me. The leader was Security Department Chief Lai Ho. His face was rough, his eyes fierce. Are you Thin Lam? Yes, I am. Heard you're pretty arrogant? You've only been here a few days and you want to step all over me. The mess hall immediately went silent. Everyone looked in our direction. The boss stood in the distance. With a smug look. Get to the point. Don't disturb my meal. Lai Ho. Damn it. We've given you too much leeway, haven't we? Don't think a good deed matters. Damn it. We've given you too much leeway, haven't we? He reached out, about to grab my collar. I grabbed his wrist. Just a little force. Thwack. Department Chief Lai. Your physical condition doesn't seem too good. Lai Ho broke out in a cold sweat. His subordinate Dad stepped forward, but was intimidated by my gaze. Go tell your uncle. Don't bother me for the next 3 days. After 3 days, we'll have plenty of time to settle this. Lai Ho rubbed his wrist. He led Dad away reluctantly. Whispers filled the mess hall. Good grief, who is this guy? He even dared to fight Lai Ho. Doesn't he care about living anymore? When I got back to work, the boss followed. Thin Lam. Are you crazy? You dared to lay hands on Lai Ho. I can't stand it. Weren't you watching with amusement just now? That's a subordinate. I'm worried about you. I brought you in. If something happens to you, I won't get away with it either. Well then, thank you for your concern. Hey kid, don't get too cocky. How much money can you make without any backing? Sooner or later you'll be swallowed whole. I looked at him. To make him the position he tricked me into. Make me wait, watch me get beaten, get locked up. And now you're pretending to be a good guy. Do you know what kind of person I hate the most? What kind of person? Hypocrites. Starting with you. I continued working. Ignoring the inventory. The system suddenly displayed a notification. The host has made a move. She scheduled a meeting for 8 p.m. tonight at her office. It's finally here. 8 p.m. I arrived at Lin's office on time, the mission. Besides her, there was also a middle-aged man. The real second-in-command of this area. The strategist Lang Tien. Please have a seat. You're too kind. Boss Lin has already explained your conditions to us. Frankly, it's quite arrogant. But I have the leverage to do so. That's true, but we have a question. Why do you want control of this area? With your abilities, you could easily start your own venture. Because I hate this place. Lang Tien and Lin looked at each other. I hate this man-eating place, I hate everyone here. I want to change it, how to change it. Develop this area into a legitimate Western business. At that time, you won't have to worry. Employees won't be locked up or abused. Everyone can live with dignity. Lang Tien remained silent for a long time. Do you know what General May want? Money. As long as he can make more money, everything is negotiable. You're smarter than I thought. 3 days later, General May wants to find more money. Everything is negotiable. You're smarter than I thought. 3 days later, General May wants to meet you. 3 days later, I was brought to a meeting room in the deepest section. In the area, General May was presiding. Beside him were 4 fully armed bodyguards. You are Thin Lam. Greetings, General. I hear you want to take over my area. Not take over. Cooperation. What's the difference? Do you know this, General? Do you know this, General? Not take over. Cooperation. What's the difference? Taking over means stealing your business. Cooperation means helping you make more money. Explain. I opened the system, and a plan appeared on the projection screen. Detailed business plan. Step 1, transform the area from simple scams to comprehensive business, including cross-border e-commerce, online lending, selling through e-wallets. Step 2, establish overseas branches. Expand business into Southeast Asian countries. Step 3, money laundering. Establish a parent company. Attract legitimate investment. Can these things earn more than now? How much is it now per year? 300 million. 3 years later, I can help you earn 3 billion. The meeting room was dead silent. The general stared at me intently for a long time. What if you're lying to me? The general stared at me intently for a long time. The general stared at me intently for a long time. What if you're lying to me? General, my life is in your hands. Do you think I would dare to lie to you? The meeting room deal. I took a deep breath. The system displayed a notification. Peak host. The general has agreed. It's not over yet. This is just the beginning. But host, are the plans you just mentioned real? Of course they are real. But the money earned would all go into my pocket. Host, you're ruthless. I love it. Wait until we get back to the dorm. Xiao Wang is worried about me. Is Thin Lam okay? Uncle Master got beaten up. What happened? Han couldn't pay his gambling debts. He was taken by Li Hu's men. They said they'd throw him into the water prison. I'll deal with this guy for a bit. First, Uncle Master threw me into the water prison. Now it's Han's turn to face this fate. Aren't you going to save Han? No. But, Xiao Wang here, the soft-hearted won't last long. That's what I say. I'll still go to the outside of the water prison. Not to save Uncle Master, but to see Han's current state. Crossing the river, I saw Uncle Master submerged in the water, up to his chest. He was shivering all over. Pale lips. He saw me. His eyes lit up. Thin Lam, save me. Please, save me. Boss, do you still remember? In my past life, I looked at you like this too. Please, save me. Past life, what? Thin Lam, what are you talking about? Nothing, I just came to tell you. Fate waits for no one. I turned to leave. The boss screamed desperately. Xiao Lam. I was wrong. I shouldn't have betrayed you. Things are past and gone. Please, give me a way to live. Boss, I'll give you one chance. Tell me, who ordered you to betray me back then? Pity. She said you had something she wanted. I walked straight into Nian Tik's office. She was reviewing documents. Seeing me enter, her eyebrows furrowed slightly. Didn't anyone teach you to knock, Nian Tik? I have something you want. Nian Tik's hands retracted. Did Bachu tell you? Answer me. Thin Lam, you've asked this much. I won't hide it from you anymore. 3 years ago, I received information, saying there was someone named Thin Lam with a secret. Priceless secret. What secret? A system. A system that can make a person omnipotent. Tik suddenly choked. How did you know? Because someone has used it before. 30 years ago, a man named Thin Tien also possessed such a system. I was stunned. Thin Tien, that's my grandfather's name. You know him? He's my grandfather. I know. For 5 years, my father and your grandfather were partners. They used the system to do business together. Then, your grandfather betrayed him and disappeared with the system. Before he died, my father instructed to definitely find the descendant of the Thin family and take back what belongs to us. So you approached me. You found the system. So you approached me. It was for the system, right? But then I discovered the system wasn't on you. So I had you captured, hoping to force the system out. The result? You didn't make it, she said calmly, as if talking about something trivial and insignificant. Do you know how straightforward I had to be? I know. But Thin Lam, in this place, the weak don't last long. That's what you said earlier. I suddenly burst out laughing. You're right. So do a good job. We're even. Over the next month, I began a large-scale overhaul. According to the plan, this area was converted into a Myanmar cross-border e-commerce industrial park. Outwardly, it's legitimate business. Inside, there are still shady dealings. But the proportion has significantly decreased. Host, your revenue from the past month. Legitimate business brought in 50 million. Shady dealings brought in 200 million. A total of 250 million. The higher-ups are very satisfied. What about Xiao Wang and the others? Xiao Wang was transferred to the legal business department. He's now a customer service manager. Monthly salary of 20,000. The others you designated for protection. They've all been assigned light duties. I looked out the window. The high walls of the compound were still there, but the people inside, at least no longer had to worry about being beaten, locked up or sold off. Host, what do you plan to do next? D, what about her? She's been very quiet lately. Handling her work every day, nothing unusual. However, the system detected her secretly communicating with Mei Nong. I know what she's trying to do. She wants to wait for me to develop this area, then cut me out. I'll be blunt. What are you saying? D, I know everything about the dealings between you and Mei Nong. You want to wait for me to develop this area, then collude with Mei Nong to get rid of me. Am I wrong? Thin Lam, you're truly intelligent. So intelligent it's frightening. I wouldn't kill you. If it were me, I would do the same. So you're here today to deal with me. Don't try to protect her. I'll handle it myself. Dealing with her would be too easy. I want you to see how I'll take away everything that was rightfully yours. Lin Renjia's expression changed. From today on, you're no longer in charge of this area. I'll inform Mei Nong. You're suspected of embezzling public funds. You need to be suspended for investigation. He won't believe it. He will believe, because I've given him irrefutable evidence. Mei Nong looked at the ledger before him. With a grim expression, Lin Renjia. Regarding these books, do you have anything to explain? Sir, this is slander. It's all slander. These books are completely fake. They aren't real. Real or fake, the investigation will reveal. Guards, take her down and investigate thoroughly. Before being dragged away, Lin Renjia stared intently at me. Sure, Lin, you'll regret this. Regret. My biggest regret is being too naive in my past life. Lin Renjia was locked in the very same water dungeon she had imprisoned countless people in. I stood outside the water dungeon, looking at her pathetic state. Seen enough? I've seen enough. Renjia. Do you know? Actually, I should thank you. Thank me for what? Thank you for showing me clearly. In this world, the only person you can trust is yourself. On the third day of Renjia's detention, Li Hui suddenly led people into my office. Tian Lin, Chang Jun wants to see you. About what? You'll find out when you get there. I've seen enough. I knew something was wrong. The system suddenly displayed a notification. Warning. Detected target emotion abnormality. She's likely to be a problem for you. What's going on? Lin Yantai confessed. She said you're the real threat. Keeping him around means he'll replace you sooner or later. Hurry up. Damn it. Thank you for finding everyone. We can find everyone. We can find everyone. Hurry up. The mastermind surely wants to take me away. Stop the nonsense. I stand up. Follow him outside. As I walked through the hallway, I saw little Wang. He nodded at me slightly. In the conference room, Ma Nong sat in the presiding seat, with a bodyguard beside him. Nyen Tai stood to the side, a smug smile on his face. Thin Lam. He can find everyone. He can find everyone. Thin Lam. Someone told me. You want to replace me. Xiang Jun. Do you believe me? What do you think? If you believed me, you wouldn't have let me come here. You would have dealt with me directly. You're very smart, so I'll give you a chance. Prove your loyalty. How do I prove it? Deal with her, he pointed at Nyen Tai. A stiff smile appeared on Nyen Tai's face. Xiang Jun. He can keep one. Thin Lam, you choose. I looked at Lam Nyen Tai. For the first time, genuine fear appeared in her eyes. Xiang Jun. If I deal with her, will you believe me? Turn. I walked towards Lam Nyen Tai. She backed away step by step. Thin Lam, you can't deal with me. I know your grandfather's secret. What secret? Your grandfather didn't betray my father back then. It was my father who wanted to attack him. He then took the system and fled. The system originally belonged to your family. I'm using it. Before my father died, he warned me. We must find the descendant of the Thin family to reclaim the system. Not because the system belonged to him, but because he was afraid the Thin family would retaliate. These old matters from years ago, I'm not interested in. Tu Kwang, I can deal with her. But after dealing with her, I want to know how you will treat me. To be honest, you too. I don't trust either of you. I laughed. Tu Kwang, you are an honest person. Then I won't hide from you either. I don't trust you either. Just as I was saying, suddenly an alarm sounded outside. A bodyguard rushed in. Tu Kwang. This is bad news, a convoy is approaching. I looked out the window. I saw dozens of military vehicles heading towards the area. The flag of the central government of Myanmar was flying on the vehicles. You called them. I told you. I'll help you earn 3 billion in 3 years. But I also told you. I hate this area. So I've made a choice for you. Hand over this area to me and Ma. In exchange for leniency, you're crazy. They'll deal with all of us. They won't. I've already negotiated the terms. You hand over the area. Hand over all the evidence. Cooperate with the investigation. You can get 3 years in prison. Then you can emigrate abroad. Where would I run to for you to trust me? Because you had no other choice. The main gate of the compound slowly opened. The central government army unexpectedly entered. All personnel were gathered in the square. Panic is fear. Everyone listen up. We are the army of the Myanmar region. Starting now, this region will be officially taken over. All personnel will be repatriated. 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 The crowd cheered loudly. Little King ran to hug me tightly. Thin Lam. We're saved. We can go home now. We can go home now. I looked towards the crowd. Saw Bat Chu, he was looking down. But he was smiling like a child. Saw Lai Ho. He was pinned to the ground by soldiers. Saw Duk Chu. He sat in the corner, tearing at his hands. Thin Lam. Thank you for your cooperation. According to the agreement, you can leave. Thank you. I walked out of the compound gate, looking back at that high wall one last time. The sun was blazing. I remembered. Congratulations, host, for completing stage 1 mission. System rewards 100 million. The money has been transferred to your account. System. Thank you. You're welcome. Little System is also happy to progress with the host. But host, what will you do next? Go home. Find my grandfather. The mission words echoed in my head. The system originally belonged to your family. What exactly did grandfather go through? Why do you have the system? Where are you now? Love. New target detected for the host. The system will assist the host in finding them. Find Thin Thien, accept the new mission, begin the journey back to the old source. 1 month later I returned to China. Following the system's suggestion, I went to the place my grandfather rarely visited for the last time. A remote small town. A remote small town. According to the clues, Thin Thien lived in this town 30 years ago. Then he mysteriously disappeared. I walked on the ancient street, searching for anyone who might know my grandfather. Shopkeeper. Excuse me, do you know someone named Thin Thien? Thin Thien. Who are you to him? Thin Thien. Thin Thien. Thin Thien. Thin Thien. Thin Thien. Thin Thien. Who are you to him? He is my grandfather. Grandfather. He has been waiting for you for 30 years. The shopkeeper took out a wooden box from the cabinet and gave it to me. He left 20 years ago. When he left, he told me to give this to you. I opened the box. Inside was a letter and an old phone. I opened the box. 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 Inside was a letter and an old phone. Chu Lam, when you see this letter, it means you have inherited the system. This system was accidentally acquired by me when I was young. It made me omnipotent, but it also made me lose everything. I left it for you, hoping you can use it to do the right things. Don't resent anyone. Don't let hatred blind your eyes. Remember, the system's true power isn't to make you strong. It's to make you good. Grandpa loves you. I finished reading the letter. My gaze, raised, leaped. It turned out Grandpa had been waiting for me all along. Waiting for me to find him. Host, you're safe for now. System, you're right. The system's true power isn't for me to get revenge. It's for me to save people. Host, you can think of the child. What are you saying? I have 10. Host, you can think like that. Baby system is very happy. I need to get his phone. Discovered there was only one unsent message inside. Grandpa, where are you? Led by Uncle Quan Cha, I reached the mountain behind the town. There's a lonely grave there. 3 years after Grandpa moved away. Someone brought his ashes back. Said he had passed away overseas. We buried him here. I knelt before the grave. Tears flowed. Grandpa. Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm late. The wind blew as if Grandpa was turning my head. Host, Grandpa's soul is speaking right now. Son, it's not too late. As long as you've arrived, it's never too late. I knelt before Grandpa's grave for a whole day. Told him so many things. I knelt before Grandpa's grave for a whole day. Told him so many things. About the system, about that area, about the mission. About people who left and then reincarnated. Grandpa also hated many people. And took revenge on many people. But now I don't want to hate anymore. The sunset faded. I stood up. Grandpa, I'm leaving. I have nothing to do. So, Grandpa, I will live well. Use the system you left me. Do the right thing. The system suddenly displayed a notification. Congratulations, host, on completing the mission to find your former source. The system is upgrading, upgrade complete. New features unlocked. The system can operate independently without the host. Waiting to become the host's lifelong companion. System, thank you for always being by my side. You're welcome. Little darling system will always be by the host's side. 1 year later, I opened a fraud prevention counseling center in town. Helping those who have been scammed. 1 year later, I opened a fraud prevention counseling center in town. Helping those who have been scammed. Tu Vong is my first employee. Bak Chu also came. He has changed completely. Waiting to become the best anti-scam agent. On Lam. He has changed completely. Waiting to become the best anti-scam agent. On Lam. Today, over 10 more people came for counseling. They were all people scammed into Myanmar. Explain it clearly to them. So they know how terrifying that place is. Bak Chu walked over with a stack of flyers. Xiao Lin, I've printed the new promotional flyers. What do you think? It's good. Brother Chu, I'll find a way to distribute these flyers. Let them know how terrifying that place is. Master Chu has a stack of flyers to distribute. Shaolin, I've printed the new promotional flyers. What do you think? It's good. Brother Chu, you've worked hard. No trouble, no trouble. It's good to help everyone. 3 years later, our anti-scam center is nationwide, helping everyone avoid being scammed. The victims in that area have all returned to their families. 3 years later, our anti-scam center is nationwide, helping everyone avoid being scammed. The victims in that area have all returned to their families. Today I received a letter. The sender is Xue Tianlin. I read a lot of books in prison. I thought about a lot of things. I'm sorry, I owe you an apology. If there's a next life, I hope we can be real friends. Xue. System. Tell me. If there's a next life, if there's a next life, if there's a next life, tell me, should I forgive her? Host. Forgiveness is your free choice. But the little system feels that hating someone is very tiring. It's better to live a simple life. You're right. I look at the sunlight outside the window. I remember it was Grandpa's letter. The system's true power is not to make you strong, but to make you a good person. Speak. Grandpa. I did it. The phone rings, it's little Wang. Someone else is coming to visit. This time it's a college student. Tricked into Southeast Asia with promises of high pay, coming right away. I step outside. The afternoon sun on me. Warm and bright. System notification. Host. A new day has begun. Keep up the good work. Reborn once more. Not for revenge, but to save people. This is the true meaning of the system.